Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 164. Here, I got somebody who wants to say hi. Look, it's George. Say hi. He's just wandering by. I know it's been a while. I don't know that this is going to be the traditional episode where there's like a slice of life at the end. I mean, there still might be, but there's probably going to be a lot of chatter throughout. Just trying to get you caught up over the last few weeks. Oh, such a sweet boy. He's my snuggle bug. It's so funny, when we first got Oliver, he was kind of, I think he was miffed at me, plain and simple. He didn't want anything to do with that stinky old pug. And now they are really good about sitting in the chair with me. One will sit on one side, one will sit on the other. I'll come in, they'll both be sleeping on the bed together. One on one side and one on the other. So, you're such a good boy, Georgie. I don't know if it's picking up his purring, but he's just a motoring. But we are doing a knit along. The Under the Sea knit along is still going. You have through the end of June. You can jump in at any time. You can knit any of the 6 listed patterns and knit as many of any one of them that you like. So, for some examples, we have Cory the Curious Fish and George the Giant Squid. Like Georgie. Say, hey George, get George. He's like, I am not amused. Don't eat his tentacle. And then, so we also have a winner to pick, and I'm sorry for the delay. It's completely my fault. Life has kind of ran away with itself. So we had only two entries for April. So up for grabs is 2 skeins of Knit Picks Essential, which is now Knit Picks Stroll in the Jester colorway. So it's pretty blues, greens, and purples. And so let me get to the random number generator. There we go. Alright, so 2 through 3, generate, and the winner is number 3. So let's go see who number 3 is. Number 3 is Knit with Coffee, and there was knitted a Sam the Super Frog. So Knit with Coffee is Vicky from Texas. So Vicky from Texas, Knit with Coffee, please PM me your full name and address, and I will get this sent out to you. I wish you could see this. I have the door closed, and George is sticking his paw under the door, taunting Oliver. So you'll probably hear Oliver whine. I might have to let George out. It's so funny. They're totally like siblings, for real. I do have a finished object, but I can't really show you. See if I can show you on my phone. So I had a coworker who's having a baby, and she found out that she's having a boy. So she then came in and said that she had given her 2 weeks, even though she had a few months to go, and that she would not be back after the baby. So I had 2 weeks to knit a baby sweater. And I know baby sweaters are little, they don't take much time, but with my work schedule, what it's been lately, trust me, there was not a lot of time. So I knit a Gramps sweater, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen it on Instagram. See if we can get it on here. So it was a baby Gramps sweater, and I didn't put the pockets or the elbow patches on it. I used Cascade, sorry, trying to get a little closer. I used Cascade 220 Superwash in the Puget Sound and Green Apple colorways, and then I used some, ooh, look at the color on that screen. See, try to reset it a little. There it goes. A little better. Sorry about that. Crazy coloring there for a minute. I used the Pima Tuning buttons, so they were little wood buttons that were actually a tree branch. And it was adorable. It was so super cute. She absolutely loved it. I'm sorry, George jumped up, and I don't know if he got on camera or not. So, yeah, very cute. And I had to give it away before I could show you all. It was, like I said, from the time she told us, which was a Monday, she had through that week and the next week. So I only had one weekend to show you, and life had totally gotten away. So I didn't get to show you. I apologize. But you got to see a picture of it. It was adorable. She was so excited. I was trying to tell her, oh, when it's super washable and you can throw it in the washer and dry. She's like, oh no, this will get hand washed. So she's due at the end of August. So I made the 0 to 6 months, and it's a tin can knits pattern. And it's really nice because the tin can knits pattern, Gramps, goes all the way from 0 to 6 months all the way up to an adult 4X. I'd love to knit one for myself one day. Anyways, I think tin can knit patterns are just a hair big. I always get gauged. They're always a little big on me. So I thought, okay, I'll do a 0 to 6 and it should be perfect for winter. So I told her, I said, I know he won't get to wear it for a while, but I mean, when you're born at the end of August, trust me, you do not need a wool sweater. Oh, real quick, I'm going to backtrack here for a minute. So for the knit along, we'll have a May drawing. So go ahead, knit, get them posted, because up for grabs is a skein of O loops. It was a club shipment. It is 75% merino, 20% nylon, 5% other. And it's called Makes Me Feel So Good. So it is a sparkle base, and it is pinks and blues. So that will be up for grabs. Okay, and then I told you, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I don't have an outline or anything. We're just winging it. I mean, it's funner that way, right? But I do have works in progress. So besides the baby sweater, which it pretty much took me it's almost 2 weeks that notice I had. So it took me almost that long. So I knit a little more on my opal socks. So I have put the Afterthought heel line in on both of them because I go back and forth. If you've watched for a while, you know what I do. So I go back and forth on them, and I just got a few rows past the Afterthought heel on one. So they're looking very, very nice. I really, really like this colorway. I want them done. I feel like I've been knitting on them forever, and I still love them, and I know I'm going to love wearing them, but I feel like they've been on the needles forever. Especially when you set them down. At least for me. When I set something down for a while, and I go to pick it back up, it's just like, oh my goodness, it's never going to end. So my stripes do match up, because that's just the way I am. Sometimes I envy those people who it doesn't matter to, but I own one pair of stripes. The stripes don't match up. Drives me bonkers. So like I said, it is opal sock yarn from the Potpourri collection, and it's the Paradise colorway. Or color number... I don't know which ones. I wish I need to speak German. I'm telling you, it's on my bucket list to learn. Don't know that I'll ever do it, but, gotta have goals in life, right? So, yeah, I'm knitting the Afterthought heel pattern by Laura Linneman. I do make some modifications. I use size 2 needles instead of size 1s. I cast on 60 stitches instead of 56 or 64, because that's just what works for me. When I do the heels, I'll also add in 3 extra rounds before I start the decrease. So it's a free sock pattern. Afterthought heel socks just fit me so well. And then I have one other thing that I've been working on. So I started because I needed something besides socks that was kind of mindless. And I was looking through my queue, and I'm just not in sweater mode anymore. I used to love to knit sweaters, and I'd breeze through a sweater in what, maybe a week to 2 weeks, because I had all the time in the world to knit, and now I don't, and I don't have sweater mojo right now. I know it'll come back to me. I have a huge list of sweaters. I have a huge pile of sweater yarn, quantities of yarn, more than I even like to admit. But I just wanted something easy, something small and fun that I can hopefully get done somewhat quick. I think I've been working on this for like almost 2 weeks. Maybe a week and a half. Week and a half to 2 weeks. I did have to drop down today like 6 to 8 inches and fix a stitch. But here it is so far. Real exciting, right? It's stripes. It's kind of stretchy because it's all garter. So I am alternating 2 colors. Kind of see it there. So I am alternating Malabrigo sock yarn, just in the natural undyed colorway. And then I know there's different ways to say the name of this sock company, but one way I've heard it pronounced is Araucania, and I know there's another way. Can't remember it. I think it's the Housco or Husco base. It's a sock yarn base. I think it's 100%, just 100% superwash, and it's color number 5, if I remember correctly. So I joke, it's all the colors of the rainbow that I like. So there's no red and there's no purple. Not that I have anything against red. I like red. I can't wear red. Too copper up here to wear red down here. But I like red. Just can't wear it at all. I don't look good in red. Unless if it's an orangey red. And even then, I don't feel right in it. And then, not a fan of purple. We all have that color that's kind of meh to us. So it's blues, it's greens, it's orange, it's yellow. There is a little spot where the orange and sometimes like the blue meet up. That kind of almost make a purplish blue. But it's not overly noticeable. You see more of the bright aqua kind of blues and greens and yellows and orange. And it should be very nice. So it is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by Heather Zapetti, and it's Mormorio. So it's Mormorio. So I'm over halfway. Like the halfway point was like about here. A little bit, like my stitch marker's here. Because I was just trying to figure out when the next part started. So, like I said, a little over halfway of the garter stitch part. And then you go and you pick up stitches along the edge and you do a lace panel. So, I'm excited about it because it's been a really easy mindless knit. Besides when I screw up in garter stitch because I evidently did a purl somewhere. Who knows. Did a purl, threw off my garter, but very fun, very nice. Both yarns are very pleasant to work with. They had about the same yardage and the same fiber content, so they were both kind of a lighter fingering. Not too light though. I don't have the labels in my bag. I found them on my desk. And that's what I was looking for, because I had gotten the Araucania yarn at a LYS that I was visiting called Smith's in Oberlin, and it was so beautiful in the hank. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and they're all hand dyed, and there was one with just this beautiful splash of orange, and some of it the orange wasn't so big or it wasn't as bright, and there was just this one skein that was like calling out to me. And I know I showed it when I showed it on here when I bought it like forever ago. It's probably been a couple years, 2 years maybe? And absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And I have kind of hoarded it and didn't know what to make with it. And then when I saw this pattern, I was like, that's what I want to do. And then I was like, but I don't want to lose any of these beautiful colors. So I decided to go just natural. So, try to get a little closer up. So those are the only things I've worked on. 3 things in the last 4 weeks. Because it's 4 weeks ago I recorded. I hope to record every other week. Like, that's kind of where I would like to be. Honestly. But at this point I can't guarantee it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm exhausted. I feel that way all the time. I know once I hopefully get in a routine, I won't feel as tired all the time. It was that way when I first started the job in general, because I hadn't worked outside of the home in a while. And now I have a new position at work, which has taken up a lot of my time and my energy. But I do have some Yarny goodness to show you. I'm so excited to have gotten this. So, I got a skein of Leading Men Fiber Arts OMG Squee, because let me tell you, that's pretty much how I felt when I saw they were doing rainbow. I love rainbow. I love rainbows so much. You know, I joked that the other yarn was like rainbow without the colors that I didn't like, but seriously, this wouldn't be complete without every color of the rainbow. All the shades that Steve and Andy used for this are just so spot on, and this makes my heart so happy because this was their May colorway. I guess they're doing, I can't say I guess, I know. They are doing like a monthly pre-order, and they've all been so beautiful. I haven't had a lot of yarn money, but I saw this come up when they first opened up pre-orders. I was like, oh yes, I gotta get me some of that. And then, I'm sorry. And then I'm so glad that he posted that there was only like one more day to get it, because I was like, oh yes, I totally slipped my mind. Like I said, work has me just kind of a little frazzled. I kind of have that feeling of like being a sponge. And I'm like, this new position, like they're pouring all this information into me, and at some point a sponge can only hold so much, and then something starts leaking out of it. And so I was so excited and thankful that they posted on their Instagram that there was one more day to order OMG Squee, because I was on it. I was like, oh yes, I have to have that. So they have so many wonderful bases, and I've tried many wonderful bases from Leading Men Fiber Arts, but I have not tried their Spotlight base. So it is 400 yards, it is 80% superwash BFL and 20% nylon. And I was like, I'll try the BFL base. Like, let's mix it up a little. So it's so soft and squishy, and just look at this. Look at these colors. Oh, beautiful. It's so bold. It's so lovely. This rocks my world. I wish I had better lighting in here. It's late. It's in the evening. But, I mean, so excited. I'm so glad I did not miss out on this. Now, I know after so long, their monthly, like, pre-order things will be something they'll die up again. I don't remember how long that is. But if you missed out on this when they bring it back for, like, general sale, you'll have to get some, because it just, I don't know what I want it to be yet. I'm like, I have to find just the perfect pattern, because I don't want to like knit something with it and not have it anymore, and then something come along. So I just might hoard it a little and like pet it a little and sniff it because it smells good. Rub it on me. I love it. So thank you so much, Steve and Andy. Love you guys. Miss you so much. They are so much fun. If you're somewhere and Leading Men Fiber Arts is vending at something, you gotta totally go in and say hi, because they are the biggest sweethearts. And then I also got the last of my batch shipments from Into the World. So if you have not seen April's batch shipment or color shipment, I mean, I think everybody's got it. I got mine a while ago. I really think so. Sometimes I wish some dyers would make the names a little easier. So it's Il Tramonto. I hope that's right. I don't know. Anyways, it's Falkland. It's a carded bat. And it is lovely. So it goes from gray into an orange, into like a magenta, into like a fuchsia, and into a purple. And I'm normally not a purple girl, But I gotta admit, I kind of love me some purple and orange together. And then you put that little pop of gray in there. It's beautiful. So this one I'm keeping for sure. I still have to destash my last one. I think I showed it. It was blue, like aqua blue and brown. I'm not really a brown person. I'd rather have gray. That's just me. And then one other thing I got that I'm so excited about. So Amy of Cackleberry Creations, who makes a lot of the knitting bags I've bought lately, brought this into the shop. And it's so funny because I don't think she had heard what my new position is at work. And I walked in and I was like, oh, OMG! Like, I have to have that. And then my friend Kristen's like, oh yeah, that's mine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, but I haven't paid for it yet. I haven't bought it yet. And I'm not totally in love with it. So if you want it, because I guess my eyes like lit up and sparkled, she's like, oh, I'll let you buy it and I'll just wait till she brings in more. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm going like drooling over it. So I got a new bag and it's made to kind of like my specifications of what I had asked the bags to be. She special designed it for me. To me, this is my perfect bag. My absolute perfect bag. And I don't mean just fabric. I mean size-wise, she nailed it. I love it. It has a big, thick handle. It's everything I want in a knitting bag. Oh, this is killing me here. I love it so much. So, wait till you see what's on the bag. Do you see that? Can you see that? They're chocolates. So, my new position at work that has kept me so busy and has exhausted me because there's so much to learn is chocolatier. So, I now make candies. Where I work, all of our candies are handmade. We don't use like big mass production machines. Each one is handmade, lovingly, and sometimes painstakingly. It's definitely an art. I love doing it because it's an art. I love making these beautiful little pieces of art that you eat, and it's so delicious. I've been such a huge fan of the chocolates. It's my favorite place to go when I want to give myself a special treat. And it's kind of funny. I was talking with the other chocolatier the other day, and I was like, you know, last summer I came into the store and I bought a dozen of our chocolate turtles, and I took them and had them wrapped up individually, and I flew them all the way to Minnesota and I handed them out at the retreat to friends and people. I knew people were going to bring me things because knitters are so generous, and I don't expect people to give me things, but doing the podcast and being a designer, it was kind of inevitable, and I wanted to have a little somethings to give back to people until I run out. I mean, I can't, there were like 100 and some people, I can't take 100 and some, you know, turtles. It would cost me a small fortune. So, I was like, you know, I bought these turtles and I took them and I handed them out, and it was so much fun seeing people Instagram, oh, Retro Lemon brought me chocolate and everything, and now I make those. I make the turtles and I make the caramels and the chocolates, and it has been so much fun. It has been a huge learning experience. It has been extremely challenging, but it has been so much fun. I mean, I totally feel like at this place, this is what I'm meant to do there. At least I feel that way. Because I love it so much. Out of all the different jobs I've had there, because I've kind of worked my way to that, I love it. So, while I don't have time to knit anymore, and I can't even remember the last time I sewed and everything, I have, in a way, been able to channel my creativity, at least into something else. If I have to go to work and I have to do something, I'm so thankful that I get to do something creative. So, like I said, I deepest apologies that you have not seen me for a few weeks, but things have been chaotic here. My husband left the job that he started in December. Took a couple weeks of break, and he starts a new job Monday. So that was a big change. It was kind of stressful, kind of chaotic. And then I, because of all my training, because I'm actually still doing my old job at work while training for my new position, because the girl who left, who was having a baby, was kind enough to recommend me for the position, which I really think that's such a huge compliment, because when you can make that kind of impression on your coworkers that they think that you're a good fit to take their place, I just think that's huge. I feel that, I get along with my coworkers very well. I feel I'm a, easy person to work with and a fun person to work with and all that. So it was a huge compliment to me, and they're big shoes to fill. But unfortunately, we're trying to get someone in to hire in someone to take my position, and I'm kind of doing three different jobs throughout the week. It's so funny. Sometimes I come in and I do my original job of working in the shop. I'll go down, I'll do my old job, kind of doing other stuff in the kitchen, and then when that's done, I kind of step in and do what I can as a chocolatier. So hopefully by the beginning of next month, I will just completely now have moved into my new position fully. But there's huge things changing at work. Lots of people are moving up into different positions. Some people are leaving who have been there for a while. One lady's retiring. Another girl just had another opportunity to move into a different position at a different company. Babies, so we're all going through this kind of chaotic transition at work too, and we're all a little stressed. It's going to work out. It's just everyone kind of settling in. It kind of feels like it's taking long, but at the same time it's going so fast. So that's the really exciting thing for me. Like I said, everything otherwise is going good here. I keep thinking, I am going to be able to record this week or this weekend. And it just got away from me. I can't believe it's already been 4 weeks. So, so nice of you to express your concerns, because I've kind of been quiet just about everywhere, because I come home and I'm whooped. But exciting things, I guess we're now kind of in a slice of life, but kind of other things. I still have been doing yoga 2 to 3 times a week, which, being on my feet all day, and especially, like I said, with handcrafted chocolates, and there's lots of arm movements and stuff, really is kind of wore on my shoulders, and I've noticed that the yoga has helped. It has helped with any, neck and shoulder pain, and a little bit of back pain, just being on my feet. I'm not a spring chicken anymore by any means. Not that I'm old, I know, but, when you work with 20-year-olds, they just have, they have so much more energy than I feel I have some days. And then I started taking a painting class, so it was a 3-week painting class. We kind of have this kind of a community rec center type thing, and they offer classes. They're paid for classes. It's a really nice center. It's really new, and they offer all kinds. They might offer music classes for adults and kids. I was there one day, and the adult little mini orchestra thing was practicing, and they were amazing. So I've been doing that. I actually have one more class this week. It was a 3-week class, and we're doing this. It's an acrylic painting. We're doing this flower thing, and I used to paint all the time. I was an art student all through high school. And I went to school with an amazing art program. Our teacher was, she just was really spectacular and supportive, and really pushed for us to have the supplies we needed. And I just forgot how much I enjoyed doing it. So I'm alright, you know what, I'm taking a class now. I might take one more. The next class we're supposed to do a hummingbird. And I'm okay, that could be fun. I kind of want to see it before I sign up. I think there will be like the example painting that the teacher teaches that we kind of work from. Will be done this week, so I can kind of see. But if not, I'm like totally gonna go to Hobby Lobby, get some paints, get some canvases, and just have fun. Just do it for fun. And I'm trying to find balance, which has been my whole focus for this year, trying to balance work and kids and husband, and still be me and be the me I want to be. I want to be artsy again, and the fact of like doing art. I used to do it all the time. I used to have tons of paintings and drawings, and I just miss it. And I somehow, in the process of becoming a grown-up, gotten away from it. And so it's been fun. It's been so much fun. So while I haven't had time for knitting, I have been focusing some things elsewhere. Some things for my physical health and my mental health, I feel like. Next time I record, I'll try to show my painting. It's not done yet, so you can't see it till it's done. I haven't even Instagrammed it or anything. I think the only person that's seen it's my husband. And my kids. Because I don't want anyone to see it till it's done. So close though. So exciting. So it's been going good. So like I said, a little bit stressful. Just because I think anytime you're learning something new, especially, you want to do it well. I mean, we are known for our chocolates. That's what we do there. And now to be one of those people who's the chocolatier, we have 2 chocolatiers, and then a girl who kind of does some of the prep sometimes. So it's a huge responsibility, and I'm so excited to take the challenge. I think I can do it, and yeah, that's all I can think of. I'm trying to think. Yeah. So that's it for me this week. I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I'm RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Fitbit, Weight Watchers, and Fitbit. So, probably not next week. I'm shooting for every other week right now. Probably through the summer. I'm hoping maybe once fall hits, my hours can get cut back a little, but then holidays come and it's going to get crazy busy. I'll be working a lot of hours at Christmas time. But that's okay. It's totally worth it. I'm kind of excited about the Christmas rush. I know, I say that now. Probably come December I'm going to be like, oh God, is it Christmas over yet? But, so like I said, probably 2 weeks. That's what I'm shooting for. 2 weeks. And don't forget to get your Under the Sea critters knit. And, yeah, you have a month and a half left. We're going to do a May drawing and a June drawing, so there's still plenty of time. So, until I see you next time. Bye.